Welcome back to MMG Cars. We are a dealership that specializes in luxury, high performance, and exotic vehicles. We have tons of video content on our YouTube channel, so please subscribe, hit that notification button so you know when we drop our next video. Today, I'm here to show you a very special vehicle in our inventory. This is our all-new 2022 Range Rover P530 SE Long Wheelbase Edition. This vehicle has covered only 900 miles, so it is practically new, and is finished in a Fuji White paint over a two-tone Ebony Perlino Perforated Windsor leather interior. Now, the redesigned Range Rover represents the pinnacle of the luxury SUV market at the moment, and what makes this one so special it is the long wheelbase edition. So it does have third row seating as well as a 7-seat configuration. I will go over that later on in this video. Not only that, this vehicle does come equipped with the Shadow exterior pack, so all of the exterior trim, including the roof, the emblems, the front grille, the bottom grille, everything is finished in gloss black. If you take a look too, the headlights have been darkened, and once we go over to the back, you're going to see the tail lights have also been darkened as well. Taking a look at the side, this vehicle is sitting on the 23-inch factory wheels, finished in gloss black as well. Very nice. And making our way towards the rear, you can really see the difference between the previous generation Range Rover and the new one. The back end looks completely different. One thing I do want to point out, taking a look at the roof, you're going to see two shark fin antennas. One of them is a genuine antenna, while the other one, instead of having a conventional rear view mirror, the other one is a camera, so it gives you a live feed of what's going on behind you. I'm going to go ahead and open up the trunk. The Range Rover still features the traditional two-part clamshell powered liftgate. So I'm going to open up the trunk using the key fob. You can do so by pressing the button here. So once again, it's that two-part trunk that everyone loves. Massive amount of trunk space on this vehicle. I do have the third row seats currently folded down to give the maximum amount of trunk space. Not only that, but when Range Rover designed this trunk, a lot of people like to use this bottom part as a bench. And so when they design this, you can actually flip up this piece right here and use it as a backrest. Very nice. Not only that, taking a look at the buttons on the side, you can fold all of the seats from back here, and you can also use the active air ride suspension here, so lift up or down the vehicle if you're unloading something to make it easier. To close the trunk, we're just going to press this button right here, and it will automatically close. Coming over towards the other side, I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood. This vehicle has shaved door handles, very similar to the Range Rover Velar, so they kind of pop out. Opening up the door. So another new feature about this vehicle is it has the all-new engine. This one having the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. So once again, it is the P530. So it is making approximately 523 horsepower. So incredible amount of power, but once again, this is a very large SUV. Not only that, it is the long wheelbase edition. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the interior of this Range Rover. So opening up the door, once again, we have this beautiful two-tone Ebony and Perlino Perforated Windsor leather interior. All 3 rows of seats in this vehicle are power operated and heated. So this vehicle does come beautifully spec'd from factory. If we take a look at the door panel, we can see the controls for the seats. Just above that, this vehicle does come equipped with the factory upgraded 3D Meridian surround sound system. And then down here we have the illuminated Range Rover door sills. Coming back over towards the center, this vehicle does come equipped with a heated steering wheel. I'm going to go ahead and take a step inside. One last thing before I forget, this vehicle also does feature the natural black birch veneer trim. Taking a look at the gauge cluster, we can see that this vehicle has done just over 900 miles. So once again, very low mileage. I'm going to go ahead and start the vehicle, push button start in the center console. Taking a look at the steering wheel, you have all your controls for your adaptive cruise control, as well as your heated steering wheel, brushed aluminum paddle shifters behind. And then looking over towards the center, we have the 13.1 inch touchscreen infotainment system. So we are on the home page here, but if I click on this, brings up the navigation, Bluetooth connectivity, of course, as well as all of your audio settings, FM, AM radio. And then once again, as with most Range Rovers and Land Rovers in general, this vehicle does have active air ride suspension, so you can choose and calibrate the setting at which you drive this vehicle depending on the terrain you're on. So if you're off-road, you're going to ride a little higher, so on and so forth. General settings for the vehicle, so it does have Apple CarPlay. You can control all the seats from this infotainment screen. Quad zone climate control zone system. And then another cool feature here is the interior ambient lighting, so you can change the lighting inside the vehicle from here as well. Go ahead and go back to the home page. Just below that, basic controls for the climate control zone system up front. Got your start stop button in the center, as well as your gear shifter, and then once again, selectable driving modes for terrain response right here. Below that, 2 additional cup holders, and underneath the armrest you just have additional storage space. Looking up top, once again, instead of a conventional rear view mirror, you have that camera pointed backwards, and then we have the buttons for the power operated panoramic sunroof with sunshade. All right, taking a look at the rear seats on this Range Rover. So once again, opening up the door, we just have a continuation of this beautiful two-tone Ebony and Perlino Perforated Windsor leather interior. You have a massive amount of legroom for the rear passengers. Once again, since this is the long wheelbase edition, you have plenty of room. Taking a look at the door panel, this vehicle has power operated sunshades on all of the rear windows. So if I click up on this, go bring up the sunshade. Very nice. And once again, the controls for the power operated seats on the door panel here. Got the 3D Meridian surround sound system and the illuminated Range Rover door sills back here as well. In the center, we got the climate control zone system, and then this center console piece from the middle seat just pops down. You got additional storage space in the back part, and then this front part opens up to reveal 2 additional cup holders. Now, one last feature I want to mention about these back seats. How do you access the third row? Now, in previous generations, this was all manually operated. There's usually some sort of latch here that you would pull, and then you could physically pull the seat forward. Now, this has all been converted to work electronically now. So there are buttons right here near the door jamb. What you're going to do is we're going to press this button here. This is going to unlatch the second row of seats, and they're going to automatically pop forward like so. And I do have the third row seats folded, but if we press this button here, so 1/2 of the seats will come up. Obviously there are 2 additional seats back here, so you can do the same thing for the other side. And there we have it. And you can also electronically operate the front seats from here, and then we have the heated seat button for the third row. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a short test drive of this vehicle, but before we do so, one last feature I wanted to mention. Taking a look at the infotainment screen, if I put the vehicle in reverse, that does pop up the reverse camera with the 360-degree view camera as well. So that is very helpful when back in this vehicle. But I'm gonna go ahead and put us back into drive. We'll be on our way. So for those of you that are familiar with Range Rovers, there is a reason why they're a very popular vehicle. And that is because, in my opinion, they're probably one of the best, if not the best SUVs you can buy. Because you have everything all in one package. You have luxury, you have styling, very sleek design. Not only that, this vehicle does have the long wheelbase, so you have plenty of room for 7 passengers. And it does feature the all-new 4.4 liter twin turbo V8s. You have 523 horsepower. So that's plenty of power to get to where you're going. And one thing that a lot of people overlook too is Land Rover and Range Rover's off-roading capabilities. This vehicle has air ride suspension, so you can select the ride height, and according to the type of terrain you're on, you can expect this vehicle to perform exceptionally well. So overall, in my books, this is probably the best SUV you can buy. So once again, this is our all new 2022 Range Rover P530 SE long wheelbase edition. If you'd like to see more pictures of this vehicle, you can do so on our online website, mmgcars.com. If you have any further questions or inquiries, please give us a call, text, or email us, and we'd be happy to help you.